In a world where we often feel like life is happening to us, what if I told you that you hold the power to shape your reality? That your thoughts and emotions are not just passive responses to the world around you, but active forces capable of transforming your life from the inside out? This is the revolutionary message at the heart of Dr. Joe Dispenza's groundbreaking work. As a chiropractor, researcher, and lecturer, Dr. Dispenza has dedicated his career to exploring the intersection of neuroscience, quantum physics, and human potential. His discoveries have sent shockwaves through the scientific community and have inspired countless individuals to take control of their lives in ways they never thought possible. Through his research, Dr. Dispenza has shown that every thought we think and every emotion we feel sends a cascade of electrical and chemical signals throughout our bodies, shaping our brains, our cells, and even our genetic expression. By learning to consciously direct these signals, we can literally rewire our neural pathways, break free from limiting patterns of the past, and become the architects of our own reality. But how exactly do we do this? How do we break the habit of being ourselves and step into a new, limitless version of who we can be? The answer lies in the fascinating science behind Dr. Dispenza's work, a science that is now being validated by some of the most prestigious universities and research institutions in the world. Get ready to have your beliefs about what's possible turned upside down as we explore the cutting-edge science of personal transformation. You won't want to miss a single moment of this life-changing information. Stay tuned. The neuroscience of thoughts and emotions. Let's start with a quick crash course on brain anatomy. Your brain is made up of billions of tiny cells called neurons, which communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. Every time you have a thought or experience an emotion, these neurons fire in specific patterns, creating what scientists call neural networks. But here's where it gets really interesting. The more you activate a particular neural network, the stronger it becomes. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the more it grows. And just like a muscle, these neural networks can become so strong that they start to shape your behavior and perception of the world around you. Think about it like this. Let's say you have a negative thought, like, "I'm not good enough." The first time you think that thought, it might not have much of an impact. But if you keep thinking it over and over again, you start to strengthen the neural network associated with that belief. Before you know it, you've created a mental superhighway that leads straight to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. But here's the good news. Just as you can strengthen negative neural networks, you can also create positive ones. By consciously choosing thoughts and emotions that align with the reality you want to create, you start to build new pathways in your brain that support your growth and evolution. This is where neuroplasticity comes in. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. In other words, your brain is constantly changing and adapting based on your experiences and beliefs. And the more you focus on positive, empowering thoughts and emotions, the more you rewire your brain for success and happiness. But it gets even cooler. Scientists have found that when you have a thought or emotion, it not only affects your brain, but also your body. Every thought and emotion triggers a cascade of chemicals called neuropeptides, which communicate with every cell in your body. In other words, your mind and body are in constant conversation, with your thoughts and emotions dictating the chemical environment in which your cells are operating. So, what does this mean for you? It means that by changing your thoughts and emotions, you can literally change your biology. You can boost your immune system, reduce inflammation, and even slow down the aging process, all by focusing on positive, life-affirming beliefs and experiences. And here's the kicker. You don't have to take my word for it. This is all backed up by hard science. Numerous studies have shown the incredible power of the mind-body connection, from the placebo effect, where patients experience real physiological changes simply by believing they're receiving treatment, to the impact of stress on disease and aging. So the next time you find yourself thinking a negative thought or feeling a painful emotion, remember this. You have the power to change it. You can choose to focus on something that makes you feel good, whether it's a happy memory, a beautiful scene in nature, or a future goal you're excited about. By doing so, you're not just changing your mind, you're changing your body and your life. The quantum physics perspective. All right, now that we've explored the neuroscience of thoughts and emotions, let's take this conversation to a whole new level. We're about to venture into the strange and fascinating world of quantum physics, where the rules of everyday reality don't always apply. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Quantum physics? Isn't that just a bunch of weird, incomprehensible theories that have nothing to do with my life? But bear with me, because the principles of quantum physics just might hold the key to unlocking your infinite potential and creating the reality of your dreams. First, let's talk about the basics. In the world of classical physics, the physics of everyday objects, things are pretty straightforward. Objects have definite properties, like position and velocity, and they can only be in one place at a time. But in the world of quantum physics, things get a lot weirder. At the subatomic level, particles don't behave like tiny billiard balls, but rather like fuzzy clouds of probability. They can exist in multiple states at once, a phenomenon called superposition, and can even be in multiple places at the same time, a phenomenon called quantum entanglement. In other words, at the most fundamental level of reality, things are a lot less solid and a lot more fluid than we might think. But what does this have to do with your thoughts and emotions? Well, according to some interpretations of quantum physics, consciousness itself plays a key role in shaping reality. The famous double-slit experiment, for example, showed that the act of observing a particle changes its behavior, suggesting that the observer and the observed are fundamentally interconnected. In other words, your thoughts and intentions might actually be influencing the quantum field, the underlying fabric of reality from which all matter and energy emerge. This is where the concept of quantum creating comes in. The idea that by aligning your thoughts and emotions with your deepest desires, you can actually collapse the quantum wave function and bring your preferred reality into being. Now, I know this might sound a bit out there, but stay with me. There's actually a growing body of scientific evidence to support this idea. Studies have shown, for example, that experienced meditators can influence the behavior of quantum systems simply by focusing their intention. Other research has suggested that the placebo effect, which we talked about earlier, might actually be a quantum phenomenon, with the patient's beliefs and expectations influencing the quantum processes within their body. So, what does this mean for you? It means that your thoughts and emotions are not just idle chatter in your head, but powerful forces that are constantly shaping your reality, whether you're aware of it or not. Every time you think a thought or feel an emotion, you're sending ripples through the quantum field, influencing the probability of certain events and experiences showing up in your life. This is where Dr. Joe Dispenza's work really shines. By teaching people how to align their thoughts and emotions with their highest aspirations, he's helping them tap into the quantum field and create miraculous healings and life transformations. Through practices like meditation, visualization, and embodiment, his students are learning how to shift their energy and frequency to match the reality they want to experience. And the results are nothing short of extraordinary. People with chronic illnesses are experiencing spontaneous remissions. People with depression and anxiety are finding inner peace and joy. And people who have been stuck in limiting patterns for years are finally breaking free and creating lives they love. So, if you take one thing away from this quantum physics perspective, let it be this. You are not a passive observer of reality, but an active participant in its creation. Your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are the quantum building blocks of your experience, and by learning to master them, you can shape your reality in ways you never thought possible. But don't just take my word for it. Start experimenting with these ideas in your own life. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions, and notice how they influence your physical state and the world around you. Take time each day to visualize and embody the reality you want to create, infusing it with the elevated emotions of gratitude, joy, and love. And most importantly, trust the process. Remember that you are a powerful creator, and that the universe is conspiring to support your highest good. As you align your energy with your deepest desires and take inspired action towards your goals, miracles will start to unfold in ways you never could have imagined. Breaking the habit of being yourself. So if our thoughts and emotions are so powerful, why do so many of us feel stuck in patterns of limitation and struggle? The answer lies in the subconscious mind, where our deepest beliefs and habits reside. You see, most of us are living on autopilot, reacting to life from a set of programmed responses that we learned in childhood. These patterns become so ingrained that we don't even realize we're running them, like a computer program running in the background of our awareness. And just like a computer, our output is only as good as our programming. The good news is that, just like a computer, we can upgrade our mental software and install new programs that support our growth and evolution. But first, we have to break the habit of being ourselves. We have to become aware of our unconscious patterns and choose to let them go, making space for new possibilities to emerge. This is where meditation comes in. By taking time each day to quiet your mind and become an observer of your thoughts and emotions, you start to create a gap between stimulus and response. Instead of automatically reacting to life from your old conditioning, you give yourself the space to consciously choose how you want to show up in each moment. Over time, this practice rewires your brain and creates new neural pathways that support your highest potential. The power of mental rehearsal and embodiment. So how do you actually go about reprogramming your mind and creating the reality you want to experience? One of the most powerful tools in Dr. Dispenza's toolkit is the practice of mental rehearsal and embodiment. Just like an athlete visualizes themselves performing at their peak before a big game, you can use your imagination to mentally rehearse the life you want to live. By closing your eyes and vividly imagining yourself embodying the qualities and experiences you desire, you start to install the neurological hardware that makes those experiences more likely to occur. But it's not just about visualizing. It's about feeling the emotions of your desired reality as if it's already happening. When you combine clear intention with elevated emotion, you send a powerful signal to your body and the quantum field that says, "This is who I am now." The more you practice feeling the gratitude, love, and joy of your future self, the more you magnetize those experiences into your present reality. This is where the magic happens. As you mentally and emotionally rehearse your desired future, you start to see synchronicities and opportunities show up in your life that align with your vision. It's like the universe is conspiring to support your growth and evolution, bringing you the people, resources, and experiences you need to make your dreams a reality. So there you have it, the science and spirit of how your thoughts and emotions create your reality. By understanding the neuroscience of the mind-body connection, the quantum physics of consciousness, and the power of mental rehearsal and embodiment, you hold the key to unlocking your infinite potential and creating a life beyond your wildest dreams. As you align your energy with your deepest desires and take inspired action towards your goals, don't be surprised if miracles start showing up in your life. Remember, you are the creator of your reality, and your thoughts and emotions are the brushstrokes on the canvas of your life.